First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKadosh. That's all praises to the Lord calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem, meaning in the name Yahushai, be the name of the only begotten Son. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect preachers, word of truth and sincerity. And about the Tazabah of the Great Millstone, Arizona camp, or will with another video, another topic to edify, right? And, essentially, Jake wants to run away from the things that are written in the scriptures. You can't run away from it. You can't sit here and make this truth into something that you want it to be because you don't want to deal with something. You're going to deal with it. As you see the comment on the screen, it says, "Family, be at peace. There will not be any Jacob's trouble. We are done with our punishment. Jacob's trouble is for those who troubled Jacob. Be at peace, family." And how the hell is it called Jacob's trouble, but it's for somebody else? Right? Even when you go into Jeremiah the 30th chapter, it says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, his tribulation." Right? "But he shall be saved out of it." So if it's a time for Jacob to have trouble and he's going to be saved out of it, why would he need to be saved if he's not going to have any trouble? And if it was just for the heathen? You see, you Israelites, man, a lot of you just want to sit here and make the truth out to be whatever you want, where you're really doing a disservice to the believers when you do that, right? You're not going into the gaps, making up the hedge. Let's get that real quick. Yeah, here it is, Ezekiel 13 and 4. It says, "O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes of the deserts. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the day, and to stand in the battle in the day of Yahweh." Right? And the scriptures tell you the day of the Lord is darkness and not light, even great darkness. Right? So it's a bad, evil time. And you got Jake sitting there not preparing you for that battle by sitting there acting like there ain't going to be no time of Jacob's trouble. No, man. When you read the scriptures, there's a sentiment, right? Let me... This is Sir Ezra's, 2nd Ezra 5 and 42. It says... Start at 41. It says, "And I said, Behold, O Yahweh, yet art thou nigh unto them that be reserved to the end. And what shall they do that have been before me, or what shall be now, or what shall or we that be now, or they that shall come after us? And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring." Right? Full circle. Right? It says, "Like as there is no slackness of the last, even so there is no swiftness of the first." The Lord had basically as a secular form of judgment, right? It has something that always repeats. The sentiment of the scriptures, the deliverance always repeats. The intensity might change, but it's something that repeats. Right? There's one I'm thinking of. There's raise. This is yeah, here it is. This is Judges 2:16. It says, "Nevertheless, Yahweh raised up judges, which delivered them out of the hand of those that spoiled them." Just like now, Yahweh Shai is that judge. The prophets that came back in these last days are judges. It says that they would not, it says, and yet they would not hearken unto their judges, but they went a whoring after other gods, and it says, and bowed themselves unto them. They turned quickly out of the way which their fathers walked, and obeying the commandment of Yahweh, but they did not so. You see? And when Yahweh raised them up judges, then Yahweh was with the judge and delivered them out of the hand of their enemies all the days of the judge. And he repented Yahweh because their groanings by reason of them that oppressed them and vexed them. And it came to pass when the judge was dead, they returned and corrupted themselves more than their fathers, just like now, right? This is a secular type of judgment. This is it's a full circle type of thing. This is a sentiment of the scripture, right? And it came to pass when the judge was dead that they returned and corrupted themselves more than their fathers, and following other gods to serve them, and bowed down unto them, and they ceased not from their own doings, nor their stubborn way. And this is the same thing with now, right? This is the same thing now. Jake wants to go off and do their own thing. They don't want to listen. And each one of these captivities, of course, according to the times, it's different. Jake, you was catching hell from your woman back then. You catching hell from your woman now. That comes from what? Disobeying the Lord. It causes disorder to prevail. Right? You're going off into other ideologies and all that, believing the heathens' gods, and not showing the Lord any reverence, messing up your diets by eating as the heathen do. And then the Lord sent a judgment. And then he sends you up judges to tell you what he's going to do before he brings forth his judgment. And then the judge comes and delivers the people. This is no different than now. So if every one of these captivities, you went through a period of hell, right, before the deliverers come, why is it going to be any difference for now? Right? When Moses came, when we were in Egypt, before the Lord delivered us, what happened? Pharaoh put more rigorous captivity on us. He took away the straw to build brick, right? He doubled the tally of labor. It's the same now. And then even then, when they were fleeing in the wilderness and they came to the Red Sea and they were going through the sea, at a certain point, the Lord let Pharaoh come and chase after them. So Jake was dipping that last little stretch going through the sea on dry ground. So what? Then they had to dip. They had to run. That's going to be the same thing that we got to deal with now. So Jacob's trouble is something that you're going to deal with. There's many people that ain't going to get any mercy out of it. There's many of us that will. Lord, will I be one of those? Right? Jacob's trouble is a prevalent thing. The scriptures tell you. This is Jeremiah 14:21. It says, and when they preached the gospel to that city, they had taught many, and returned again to Lystra and to Iconium and to Antioch, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them, right? Giving them encouragement. Hey, man, reminding them of these things. To continue in the faith, in that we must, through much tribulation, through a lot of trouble, A lot of temptations, hell, all that. Enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So you can't run away from the fact that we're gonna have to go through all type of shit just to get to the kingdom, man. You have that one show, Black Lightning. You have that one show, Black Lightning, where the guy, what was his name? I think it was Tobias, the evil dude. He sat there and said, no, 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 no. Everybody want to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to die. If we're going to sit here and not go through any trouble, when the scriptures talk about those that would be beheaded, here it is, Revelation 20 and 4, it says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. Talking about the elect. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai. And are we not here with the witness of Yahweh Shai? So obviously there was some type of judgment that happened in this time to where men were beheaded. That's trouble right there. For the word of the Most High, it says, in which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark, talking about the implantable sea-hip, right, upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with a Mashiach Yahweh Shai 1,000 years, right, talking about the first rulership in the kingdom of heaven, right, when it's set up here on the earth. So the scriptures constantly reaffirm that we're going to go through some shit. Constantly reaffirms. There's a reason why in Revelation, the 3rd chapter, our sitting there trying to sit here and say that our hardship is accomplished. Nah, man. This is Revelation 3 and 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. That's Jacob's trouble, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell thereon. Behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. He that overcometh, right? What would you have to overcome if you're not going to have to go through any trouble anymore? What would you have to overcome? Nothing. Will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of the Most High, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my God, and I will write upon him my new name, that refreshed name, right? Tribulation, all those things that the Lord said he would. Zechariah 13, man. Zechariah 13 and 9. It says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, talking about the elect. If I started the 8th verse, it says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, say Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. Talking about the 2/3, the 66.6%, right? Of 2/3 ass niggas that won't repent, that love the way this earth goes, the women that are out of order, that love the way this place goes. You're going to die here. You're going to die here in terrible ways. But the 1/3 shall be left therein. The 1/3 is talking about the 1/3, the elect. And I will bring the 3rd part, the elect, through the fire, that tribulation, right? That tribulation, man, the furnace of affliction. And I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them, I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. You see? Over and over again, it spells out a story that you're going to have to get through something. You're going to have to go through a flame. The Lord gave us many scriptures. You got the story about the three holy children in the book of Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Right? You got a story in Judith going into Haman persecuting the Israelites. The Lord said the salvation from here was going to exceed the salvation from Egypt, right? So what? There had to be a trial that was even greater than the trial that we had in Egypt. You got to go through it. It's part of the game. And if somebody tries to sit here and tell you that you don't have to go through anything, they're not giving you a full warning. The prophets always spoke. Jeremiah 28. Jeremiah 28 and 8. It says 28 and 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. You see, of war, of evil, and pestilence. Right? Detailing to you right there that for a prophet to just come speak and act like you ain't going to go through anything, he's not giving you the full warning. Well, the prophets came, they prophesied of war, evil, pestilence. They didn't just tell you wasn't going to go through anything. They told you to prepare for what was going to come. You know, but that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to put my 2 cents on this. Lord willing, it was edifying. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy, hopeful elect. Call hello, Yahweh Bashem Shai, Bashem Kakara. Shalom.